Hi everyone, Spider-Man 1991 here, and it's day 5 of Superman Week. Today I'm going to talk about Superman Earth 1, Volumes 1 and 2. The main reason I wanted to talk about these is because, well, last summer I talked about Batman Earth 1 for Dark Knight Rises, so I figured, 2 volumes this time, so this will make a good topic for Superman Week video. Okay, starting off, I would recommend the Earth 1 series to pretty much anyone who is just seen the Man of Steel movie, or they see the trailers and they're just kind of like, I want to read some Superman comics. Well, I would recommend these to people who have not read a comic in their entire life, or it's been a while for them and they don't know where to start. Just, this is these do not take place in the regular DCU. It's another universe, Earth 1, technically. So, in a way, the Earth 1 series by DC Comics is kind of like Marvel's Ultimate line. These are all completely updated. They're like set in the 21st century, modern day retelling of a superhero's origins. In this case, Superman. Pretty much for Volume 1, it starts off with Clark Kent coming to Metropolis, looking for a job to make money to help his adoptive mother, Martha Kent, and he doesn't become Superman till like the end of the book and stuff. And Clark Kent is definitely portrayed differently in these stories because at the beginning of Volume 1, he doesn't go straight away to the Daily Planet. He actually goes through he's not wearing the glasses, he's not wearing the Superman suit, he's just kind of, all he cares about right now is just figuring out how to use his abilities to make money to help his mother. And so he decides to try out for a bunch of sports teams, football, baseball. He even applies to a job at a big multi-million-dollar research lab, and he's going through all these. He's like thinking, okay, these are probably the best options. And then when he goes to the Daily Planet, it's not looking so. The planet's not really looking so good. It's on its last leg. It's just not really working out. It's almost near bankrupt. And so when Clark does have his application, when he leaves the planet, he just throws it in the trash and gets back to his hotel room. Then these aliens start to invade Earth, and apparently and this is I should also mention that the Earth 1 line really does diverge some elements from the original origins. In this case, Krypton didn't explode by an accident. It was actually destroyed from an attack from another alien species, and now that species has found out that the last Kryptonian is on Earth, and now they've come to invade. And right when the aliens are invading, Clark decides to step up. He realizes that people are in danger. He has to help because he knows it's the right thing to do. It's what Jonathan Kent taught him. So he gets his Superman suit on and he goes and saves the world. And following after that, Clark and also when he's fighting, he meets Jimmy Olsen and Lois Lane, and he gets a little inspired by what they do, and that's what leads him to work for the Daily Planet too as Clark Kent once the whole alien mess is over. Now, Earth 1 is definitely a very nice updated origin for the Man of Steel. I think it's great for anyone who just really doesn't want to read, who just wants to, try comics. They don't want to, get really into it and see if they would like the medium or not. I would definitely recommend this book to people who, haven't really read comics in a while, or they've never read comics. I'd say, read Superman Earth 1. It's a different origin, but it's really good. So, this is kind of a great little Elseworlds tale that I highly recommend. And luckily enough, though, after Volume 1 came out, they soon came out with Volume 2. Both of these books are written by J. Michael Straczynski, who was responsible for the Superman Grounded story arc. Superman Volume 2, Earth 1 Volume 2, takes place a few months after the events of Volume 1, where Superman's pretty much now big news. He's making front pages, and everyone's a little suspicious. Like, some people are like, yay, we have a superhero, this is awesome, but other people are like, we can't trust him, he could do anything. And right now we see Clark his power is well, it's not really getting to him. It's just he's taking a lot more, being more active as Superman and like dealing with some international incidents and stuff. But he's starting to get a little involved in the politics of the situation. And shortly after this, we get an appearance by Earth One's first resident supervillain, a new version of the Parasite. And Superman, of course, goes to fight Parasite, and he does lose his power. So after that, he kind of, Clark's basically depowered. He's like a normal human, and for the first time in his life, he feels vulnerable. Okay, because before all this, he could do all this amazing stuff, like fly, shoot heat out of his eyes, crush stuff with super strength, the works. But now he's for the first time he's vulnerable. He's technically walking a mile in a human's shoes for a little bit of the book, and it's a very, very interesting standpoint to see with Clark. And eventually he does get his powers back, and the Kryptonian ship that brought him here, that was in Volume 1 of Earth 1, it was kidnapped by the government, and it wasn't activated again until Clark put on his suit and went into the alien invasion. Then the ship detected him, flew out, and it found Clark. Then Clark put it in the Arctic, where hopefully it will become the Fortress of Solitude. But when Superman has to deal with the Parasite again for the second time, he decides to go see his ship for any kind of recommendation, and the ship provides him with some external covering, but he can't use his heat vision with it, otherwise it will be compromised. So fortunately, with the new covering, Superman's able to take care of the Parasite and take him down. And also, towards the end of the book here, we get a little bit brief appearance by this world's version of Lex Luthor, who has a beard and a wife. And interesting enough, though, we do get a little epilogue involving Lex and his wife, Alexandra Luthor, and we see that Alexandra's really wants to kill Superman more than her husband, and Lex actually doesn't really want to. He says, like, wait, why do we have to kill him? He really hasn't done anything wrong. So that's very interesting. I really hope that we get more Earth One stories. These are like great little one-shots away from continuity that I think people who don't. I think these are perfect for either someone who hasn't read comics, they're not sure they want to get in, or even for a casual reader who doesn't really buy monthlies, sticks to trades. And I think these are perfect. And also, I really think these are perfect for any Superman fan, especially with Man of Steel coming out. I know that DC's been posting a ton of posters with a number of Superman comic stories they recommend, and Earth One is on there. I definitely agree with that. Earth One, I think, is perfect for people who haven't read comics and they want to know a little more about Superman. And even though these aren't in regular continuity, I think it's great for the modern audience, that they'll really enjoy these. Okay, that's it. That's everything I have to say about Superman Earth 1, the Superman Earth 1 series. Overall, awesome. In fact, the entire Earth 1 line is very, very nice right now. I would really recommend anyone, just give it a shot. Even if you haven't read comics, they're perfect for you. Can't think of how many times I've said that in this video. Anyways, thank you for watching. Only 2 more days left in Superman week. I hope everyone's enjoying this so far. Really like doing these whole week videos for a new movie coming out. Really hope everyone enjoys it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing to my channel, Spider-Man 1991. Saying see you later.